I always forget to do something. In this case, I forgot to scribe the holes, the locations of the bolt holes before I started machining. So it would have been easy before I bored the cylinder if I would simply have made a little mark at the center of the cylinder, and then I could have used a rule across the corner through that mark and got one axis of the bolt of this bolt hole and that bolt hole. And then similarly, from this corner through this center mark again, I would have got one axis location for this bolt hole and this bolt hole. But I didn't do that. So what I'm going to do is use my handy dandy protractor machine here and try to do something similar. Never have enough light where you need it. Guess I could just stick it on there. Okay, that's the corner. I hate to video myself doing this. Okay, I've got some nice lines there. I'll do this side now. There's the corner. I'm locating the corner and then sliding the rule up to it. Alright, I got nice lines there as well. But that is only one of the lines. I need to figure out where the cross piece goes. Well, that should be easy. I'll just take a compass. No, I won't do that, will I? I will just take a, I guess I'll take that protractor again and come in and mark it. So many fractions of an inch. See there. I believe this will be one of those off-camera operations as I set the rule to a convenient place. Well, I'm afraid I wound up cheating. I couldn't figure out how to mark those the crosses on those for the diagonals there, on those bolt holes, cross lines. So I'm just going to measure it. 9/64. You know how small that is? It's hard for this guy to see that 64 mark. That'll do it. So, not torture you with the other two. Alright, I've got the head bolt holes center punched, and now I'm going to drill them number 40 for a 440 tap. I think it's supposed to be 40. Let me check it again. Number 43. Good thing I checked again. So, excuse me while I walk in front of you. Number 43. All right, but before I drill it, I'm going to use a center drill. Make sure I get the hole started right. So we'll locate the center drill by eye on the center punched hole. If you do this a few times, you get to where you can kind of feel it. Even though those holes are small. Like that. Walk the table. Gotta take it easy with these little tiny center drills. It's easy to break. Notice how much clearance I don't have. That the table's at the bottom. Got to make sure you get those things in there straight. All right. Lube. I want to also drill it a ½ inch. So there's 0 with the DRO. And reset it again. Okay, there's. Break this drill, so I'll keep clearing the chips down to about 1/4 inch. I just chose ½ inch arbitrarily. I'll give you plenty of room to tap. Down to 430 or so. So, I'll locate the next hole by eye, just as I located this one. Actually, I'm getting carried away talking. What I want to do, since I'm right here, is tap that baby. But there's no way to do it. I usually stick the tap in the chuck and start it right where I drilled it, so it's lined up, and then lower the table or raise the chuck and continue tapping it by hand with a pointer in the follower in the chuck to keep the tap handle straight. can't do that this time. I don't have any room. But I could, I think, stick a tap in there and do it, turn it with my hand. Futz around, look for 440. There's a 256. There's a 440, I think. Yep, there's a 440. So let's see, I'll stick her right in here. Blow the hole out. Hold on. See, what I'm going to do is turn this thing by hand, but I want you to see what I have to go through to do it. Even there you can't see. So I'm going to back the camera up so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut it off so I don't make you sick. Then I'll bring it back. Here we go. I'm going to start that tap. I've got to put my grizzly hat on with the tag on it because I'm going to leave that tag on there because Mini Pearl, personal friend of mine. I'm stumbling around to the side of the mill. I'm going to reach up in here and grab one of the belts, V-belts, turn that tap. I might be able to I'm pulling down very lightly on the handle so it has a little down pressure on the tap. As soon as I back, if I were to back up with the V-belt to clear the chips, then this keyless chuck would just immediately loosen. So I'm going to back up until right now. There we go. Now, the tap is, the threads are started. I'll be able to come back to this hole. I'll do all 4 holes that way. And then I'll be able to come back. But since the threads are already started, stick that tap in there, start the tap, and tap a straight hole. Now, of course, got to get the tap out. So, I'll do that. I think the best tool to unscrew that tap will be this pair of pliers. Be careful not to break that baby. There, do it by hand now. Probably could have done it by hand fairly quickly. There's a tight spot. Okay. Alright, so the hole is started. It's ready for me to come back to it by hand and tap it. So next, I'll locate the other hole. Or not the other hole, the next hole. But I won't make you watch all that. Now you might say, seal killer. Why do you seal killers? What the kids call, what my kids call me, because if you look around my garage, you don't see any baby seals or any adult seals or anything, so they're gone. Why do you do all the operations on one hole? That forces you to change tools constantly. Well, it does. I go from this center drill to the drill to this tap before I change holes. A lot of people, or most people, I don't know, some people maybe I'm the only one, would center drill all 4 holes, drill all 4 holes, and then tap all 4 holes. Well, you could do that, but that presupposes that you can get right back to exactly the same location. Now, if you have if your mill has got DRO on it, you can. My mill doesn't. You could also do it by eye, but why do that when you have all the time in the world, or at least I have all the time in the world, to change tools, and you're right at exactly the right location. So we're down to ½ inch. I just drilled it, so I'll take this bit out and I'll tap it. But you've seen how that works, so I'll shut you down. Okay, I'm drilling the last hole. I'm down to 367 on the way to 0.5. There's 0.40. Notice I'm kind of fanatic about clearing chips out of the hole. Blow it out with a little air. Even air, canned air is cheap compared to those drill bits. And I've got plenty of time. However, these drill bits are doing a good job of clearing holes. There's 4 drills. I will tap this one now.